Great afternoon. Great afternoon. Please don't mind my edges. I have not had time to do them. Okay? So last night, if you watched it live, I showed you my routine on how I remove my makeup. And so now I'm going to show you like a really quick video of how I actually go from using my my morning routine as far as like cleaning my face, putting on my products, and how I apply my makeup with the after using my products. So I hope y'all can see. So I don't think I can adjust it. I got this really rigged. So last night, if you watched the video, I used the exfoliating coffee scrub soap. So this morning, I am not going to use that one. I'm actually going to use my original bar soap. I got coffee grinds on it. Reason being because it's in the same container. But yeah, so, and the reason why I'm using my original soap bar this morning is because I'm using liquid foundation. And liquid foundation tends to be, although it is the matte poreless by, who is this? Maybelline Fit Me. It still tends to have a little more oil in it. So, that's why I'm using that one. So again, this is the original bar. And I'm actually going to use my peppermint toner. The reason being, again, because I want to actually help combat this oil. My skin is not really oily. My skin is temperamental. And the reason why I say that is because it does what it wants to do at times, and then hormones play a part in it, environment, what I eat, so it just depends. But for the most part, my skin is normal. I wouldn't necessarily say combination because I really don't have dry skin. I just have, it can be sensitive at times. Alright, so I'm going to use my peppermint toner. And actually, so I showed you guys how I did the rose water toner. There's two ways that you can do the toner. You can either spray it directly on your face or put it on a cotton round. And today I'm using the spray it directly on your face method because I'm going to use my moisturizer. And I literally only take like a dab of moisturizer. And mix it. Well, I sprayed a lot of toner. I sprayed a whole bunch of toner. Alright. If you've never tried my peppermint toner, it's very refreshing. That sound you heard, that's because it's very refreshing. I sprayed a little bit too much. It's a whole bunch on my face. Alright. So I'm just trying to let this dry. I did have a little fan in here. I guess I don't know where it is. I got the moisturizer too. Yes, toner. For Angel, yes, ma'am. And Angel be coming through with that glowing skin too. Alright, so that was 3 steps. Cleanser, toner, moisturizer. That's the steps you always take to do it. So I'm just going to show you how I do my face, a little real quick makeup application. So a lot of times I get people say, it takes too long to do makeup. I don't have time to get up in the morning and do my makeup and what have you. And I'm like, it literally, you can do a face in like 5 minutes. And because I'm talking to y'all, it probably will take me a little bit longer to do it. But if y'all have any questions, just let me know. So the makeup that I use Maybelline Fit Me. The matte poreless. This is okay. So let me say, once I started drinking the tea, my skin actually cleared up a little bit more. So my skin is like actually brighter than my foundation that I use now. So I need to purchase some more in a different color. Howsoever, I haven't made it that far yet. So I'm not doing it. And this is a eyebrow pencil from Wet n Wild that I'm using. You need your brows done. You know what? I started to ask you the other day when you came by the spa. And not because I was looking at them, but just because I know it has been a minute. So I really like for my brows to be more of a natural shape. I don't really like the these sculpted brows that look like they were just pasted on your face. So they look a mess now, but I'm gonna fix them. I was not looking like that, Angel. I really was not. I just know it has been a minute. And the reason why, because your sister came in and got hers did. Your mom got hers did. And I was like, Angel hadn't been in a while to get her brows did. Not that I was looking, Angel. I promise you I would have said something. I really would have. So to go in and sculpt the brows, you just take generally you take a color that is a little bit lighter than what you're putting on. Howsoever, one thing I will tell you about me, I'm super cheap. Are you at the shop? Wow. Well, I ain't coming in. I'm tell you that now. I'll be in tonight for the entrepreneur meetup, the free entrepreneurs meetup, but not right now. Oh, so back to the concealing. So generally you take a color that's lighter than your concealer that's lighter to help sculpt the brows. But I just use whatever's left in this compact. I make it work. I just don't see myself actually like throwing away products. So I just make it work. It's a tad bit. It has a little more yellow in it to brighten it up. So yellow as far as the color goes. Oh, hey, I'm sorry, Angel. I went down too far on that one. Ooh, these brows gonna be thin today. Oh, they real thin. I'll fix them. So I messed that one up. I came down too far on it. So I'm just going back in and adding some more. Ooh. And so let me just say this too. The key to making sure your brows are not looking crazy is to measure them. Know how to measure your brows. Because if you don't, they'll end up looking crazy. And your brows do they extend out. Not way down here. They don't stop over here. And I'm going to clean it up to show you. But your brows should not curve down. They should go out. Someone might ask, why do they curve out? Because you don't want to close in your eye space. And they should look natural. And just FYI, doing your brows shape the face. So most of the time I do my brows first and then go back and do everything else. Oh shoot. Oh Lord, that almost fell down the sink. It would have been tragic. Ooh. Alright. So that was my brows. Now I'm going to go to my foundation. So I like liquid foundation, cream foundation. I like liquid foundation because my skin tends to be temperamental. Again, I can have some days where I'm oily. I can have some days where I'm dry. I can have some days where my skin just be like, you know what? We just out here living our life. So that's why, oh man, I don't have a paper towel. Darn it. But that's why I do my, I do liquid. So as you can tell, this color is more orange than my regular foundation color. But or my regular skin color. Kudos to the TLC or the Total Life Changes ISO tea, the one that has the hemp in it. It has really cleared my skin up. Or even did the tone a little bit better. So I promise you I won't be looking all crazy by the end of it. That's why you have to know your foundation color. You have to know how to actually put your foundation on, because if you don't, you'll be out here in these streets looking crazy and wondering why your foundation ain't matching or looking good. So, oh, I ain't even show y'all how much I put on my hand. So I always put mine on the back of my hand just because it's an easier palette. And then I just go, I didn't even use a lot. I don't like heavy feeling makeup. So, and if somebody tell you to make your foundation should match your neck, that's a lie. You blend it down. Especially if your neck is darker than your face, that makes no sense. And when you use darker colors, it ages you. It makes you look older. So, all right. So I'm actually going to go in with this Ben Nye Luxury Powder, and I can show you guys how to lighten up your foundation. Let me just show y'all for the sake of this video. Otherwise, I would not. So, I have the Rihanna Fenty Beauty Stick, or whatever it's called, in caramel, or whatever it is. Whatever that color is. So, I'm just going in and adding a little more definition by adding more lighter color to my face. And because I know the shape of my face, I just go in and blend it just a little so I can add some dimension to it. And I don't want like a heavy contour and highlight look. I just want something that's natural. So that's that. And then to warm up the face, I use Mary Kay Mineral Powder Bronze 5. So I want y'all to take note. You know that I only used one color for my foundation. I went in with, where's my little brush? Oh, went in with a lighter color to highlight over my foundation color. And then now I'm just going to warm up the face. Or contour my face. I don't know if you could tell from this light, but this is where I put the lighter color, the match stick right here, to add dimension to my face. And then on this side, it's not so prominent on this side, but it's like right there. It's not going to matter. Because the end goal is for my face to just look like it's natural. Like, I don't like the, you can tell you have on makeup look. I really like the no makeup look. To me, it's just a little more, more natural and believing. And to each his own. I'm not hating on anybody who does not, who really want to look like they have makeup on. I get it. Just for me, it's just a personal preference for me. Because I'm really lazy. I don't like taking off makeup. For real. And just FYI, this is all for the purpose of this video, because I do this pretty much every day. And yes, it is a lot of products, but I really can do my face in like 5 minutes with all these products. And I know a lot of people say, well, that's too many products, and you doing this and you doing all that. That's too much. It takes too much time. It does when you don't know what you're doing. But when you know what you're doing, it's not that bad. So I'm going in with the luxury powder now. And this color is just to set in the other colors. So yes, I have bypassed my eyes for a reason. Because I'm now about to go into my eyes. So, again, I really don't want a whole bunch of makeup on my face today. So, I'm just going to go in real quick and do like a pop of color. Not really a pop of color, but just add some dimension to my face. Ooh, it ain't long enough. All right. So I have this palette. It's like a MAC palette. MAC palette. I use this palette for everything. I really don't take time to do a lot of color on my face. All of my colors are mostly neutral when I do color. And that's because I don't, like, if I want to add a pop of, or like a bold lip, I want my eyes to be neutral. And so that's just why. I'll go out and do color sometimes, but not most of the time. Oh, so I'm using this color right here. And you need a Mardi Gras look. I can show you how to do one. Or when you need it. I can hook you up. So even with doing colors or a lot of, even doing a lot of color, you can always tone it down or pipe it up. But I'm not doing a lot of color today. Here's a little tip. If you want your eye color to stand out more, you would actually do your base brighter. So, like I just did my regular color, my regular foundation color, because I really don't want a lot of action going on today. But if you want it to be like really popping, use a lighter color, and it'll help it stand out more. Oh. Make sure your nose even. Didn't look right. Alright. So, I try to tell people what's right. I try to tell people what they should be doing, how they should be doing it. So, I'm going to tell you, pulling your eye is not the best choice because after a while, it causes your eye to sag or droop if you're constantly pulling on it. That being said, don't do as I say, do as I do. Don't do as I do as I say, because I always pull mine. So, and I line the top liner. Lord have mercy. Some people line underneath their eyes. I don't, just because my hand is not steady enough. And I just don't be wanting to do all that. But for my clients, I normally do. So, you see how adding a black liner or a brown liner. So I would say this, if you don't want like a real heavy look, then go with a brown liner underneath. Or if your eyes are smaller, go with a brown liner underneath, because it actually opens up the eye more. The darker color will actually close your eye, if that makes sense. I need to get on that call. All right. So that's my go-to makeup look. I'm not finished though. I love Mary Kay mascara. Jeremy Van Dyver actually has a good mascara too, but I love the Mary Kay one. I can use that one, and it stays on. It really makes, I don't wear lashes, so it really helps my eyelashes pull out and look fuller. Oh, so let me show y'all something real quick. So I want to, just for the sake of this video, show you guys how to actually add more definition to your cheeks or your jawbone, or you know, blush or whatever. So I'm actually going in with these two colors right here. I mix colors a lot. So now I'm just going in real light, and then I'm blending up. So you see a difference that side? I don't know if y'all can really see good, but so just adding a little more color, pop of color and definition to the face. Alright. Here's another tip. If you want to like elongate or stretch your eyelashes, go from the top and go out. That really helps them to stretch out. But again, I have long lashes, so, and that's one of the reasons why I do not wear lashes. Is because mine are so long, and I'm trying to preserve my own lashes. So, y'all see? Oh. Oh. So if you know anybody that sells Mary Kay and you're looking for a mascara, this one it really does work. So it's good, you know. I wish I did have on lashes, white liner. So listen, in what aspect are you talking about white liner? Because white liner, it makes it look, to me, it's just me, my personal opinion, it makes your eye look how can I say this, looks bigger, but makes it look a little sick unless you going for a specific look. But everyday uses, I wouldn't personally recommend it or advise you to start doing it. That's just me. So I'm just going in and just straighten up this liner, because this right eye, it always. So, alright. So I have shown you, well, I guess I can put on some lip color. I have shown you what it looks like, or how I go from cleaning my face to doing my makeup and the products that I use. And again, it really does not take a long time. It takes probably about 15 minutes at the most. But I can do a face in like 5 or 10. So, if y'all have any questions, yes, I do one-on-one makeup applications. Makeup classes. Yes, I do offer makeup consulting. I do all that stuff. So I wanted to tone it down. That's why I did that. So you have seen my makeup routine from start to finish. And of course, if I'm doing something else or going somewhere else, you know, that requires me to be glammed up, I do a little more. But this is most of what you get when you see me every day. It does not take a lot. So don't get confused, or don't get intimidated by makeup, because it really is your own. You can do your own thing with it. So if y'all have any questions, again, my products are online right now. So you can get everything that I use as far as like the cleaning system online today. You can order online and do pickup in store. No, so I do not use primer. I don't use primer, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't use primer. Some people can use primer, some people prefer to use primer, but I don't. And the reason why I don't, for me personally, is because the products that I use, I know how to actually use them. And I know that sounds kind of like cliche or like basic information, but sometimes when people use primer, they are doing it because somebody else told them why they should use primer, or they said, hey, use this primer, it'll make your skin smooth or straighten your skin out, or even your skin out, or what have you. I'm just not a fan of primer, because sometimes your primer can interact with your product. So say for instance, if you have a primer that's supposed to help your skin actually smooth out the surface, it may have an ingredient in there that counteracts with the foundation. So your foundation is not as smooth, or it causes it to crease or something like that. Now, if I do use a primer, most of my primers that I use will probably more than likely be either, which do not do this at home. Don't do this at home. Milk of magnesia. So let me tell you why I use milk of magnesia. I only use a little bit of it. It's not my favorite thing to use now, more so because I'm an esthetician and I'm more educated on it. But the ingredient in milk of magnesia helps to dry up the foundation, the oil in it. And I've found that after trying so many primers that actually works better than the other things that I've tried in the past. So, but it's not my go-to thing. But cleaning your face and not using heavy oil filled products are sometimes major key, as well as using a moisturizer that is beneficial for your skin. So what happens is when you're using products or you're using your makeup, if your face is not clean properly, or you're not having or your products that you use counteract or interact with your makeup, then that causes the problem. So you just have to learn when to use primer, when not to use primer if you have oily skin. So that's an issue too, unless you have seborrhea, which is the extreme form case of oily skin. I promise you, if you clean your skin properly, use products that work, and find a foundation that is formulated that works well with your skin, you will not have as many issues. So back to the question, no, I do not use primer. Most of the time on my regular clients, I do not use primer unless I just absolutely have to. Now, again, if I do use a primer, the primer that I use is more than likely a setting spray, Scandinavia setting spray, or the MAC Fix Plus setting spray. I use it before and after to help with it. But the main thing is to know the products that you're using and the makeup that you're using too, and setting your skin up for success. Starting with the foundation. So like my skin, the reason why, again, using my products, my toner is really good to help. The peppermint toner is really good to help stop oil production or overproduction of oil. I got a hair that's just somewhere. And so I use that if I'm using foundation. If I'm going to wear foundation, I use this one before. So it's really good. But you still use moisturizer. Unless you're using a tinted moisturizer, then, you know, use some type of moisturizer after you use your toner. So some might ask, what's the purpose of toner? Toner is actually good to help even out the skin, tone the skin back out. So it's not overproducing and it's not overworking, so to speak, because when you're cleaning, you're removing something. So yeah, so no, I do not use primer. I don't use it, not on my skin. And most of the time my skin, pretty much my makeup stays. And the key to your makeup actually staying is the application, how you apply it, the brushes that you use. So if you notice, I use a dome brush. Don't judge me because I just used it. So I use a dome bristle brush, and it's kind of like, this is the Real Techniques brush. So I like it because when you're putting on your makeup and you're buffing it in, it makes it look more like airbrush or more natural. I do have sponges that I may use every now and again, but I don't like sponges because they soak up most of your product, and I feel like, you're wasting product like that. So I like the brush. Most of the time, probably 95% of the time, I will apply makeup with a brush. Whether it's a brush like this, or if I go into the smaller areas of the face, I might use this, and it's just as a blending brush. So yeah, that's how I apply mine. Again, I really don't like the sponges because they just soak up most of the product. Even if you wet them, they still kind of soak up most of the product. And a lot of people say, well, you can do it and it's an airbrush look or a more smoother look, but And then too, it depends on the powder that you're using. So let me let you all look closely. So this is what my face looks like. And I used a brush to apply it with. Now as you can tell, even with the cream that I went up under my face with, if you go back and watch the beginning of it, I applied it with, I used the Fenty, whatever stick it's called. What's this thing called? Matchstick. And I just like applied it underneath, and I went back with my brush and just buffed it out. So, yeah. Thank you, Angel. And it didn't take long. So, it really does not take long to do a face. On my eye, I think I used 3 colors, but let me point them out to you. So, when I went in and contoured my nose, I actually took my color and went up and around my eye. That was because I didn't want my nose to look like it was floating. So, I connected it with the brush, and I used this brush. And I just went down my nose and went around. I used 2 other colors on my eye, which, hold on, let me show you. Oh, my hip, hold on, hold please. Lord, I'm tearing up stuff. Well, I'm just going to show you through this. So I used these 2 colors, this one and this one up top. I use those 2 colors just because I'm tearing up stuff, y'all. Let me put this down because I wanted a more natural look. So yeah, that's why I did that. And then even on my jawline, I used a darker color, and then I actually used that same burgundy or mauve looking color. Not really mauve, but I used that on my cheeks too, just to kind of make it look flow together. So yeah, it's really simple. It does not take long to get a face done, and that's with cleaning and applying. And once you do your face every day, like, you don't have to be so caught up in changing the colors every day. Like, just find you a palette that works and just move with it. Like, you don't have to be so caught up in changing your eye color where you got to do a different eye color. Most of your clean looks are what people go for. You don't, and then because you don't want to get to the point where you're looking so, you know, glammed up every day, that when you actually want to glam up, it's nothing different. Well, I ain't gonna say you don't want to, because you probably do. That may be your preference. I'm sorry, I apologize for that, for saying that and assuming that. So please forgive me for that. But for people who just want to do a clean look, a clean makeup look, it's very, very simple, very easy to do. Again, this face will probably take me maybe 10 minutes. If I'm not trying to be specific, if I change my eye color, sometimes it might take me a little bit longer, maybe 15 minutes. But I can do a face in 5 minutes. Does it look like this? Almost, just not specific. But I can do anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. I don't like spending a whole lot of time on my face. So the issue is, once you get down packed, like the steps and your colors that you use and everything is bam, 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 bam. So that's me. So yeah, again, this is my everyday go-to face look, and it lasts all day. That's one thing I like about, and I don't spray anything on my face after. So if I'm at the shop, if I'm at the spa and I do anybody's face, I do spray it. But me, I don't spray my face before or after, unless I am using a primer or got a full day, long day, and I know I'm going to be like working on a project or something. Then, you know, I'll do that. So Leslie, you can actually go on my website, imakeupme.com, and I'm trying to remember if it is the makeup class on there. I believe it is, but if not, send me, go to imakeupme.com, go to imakeupme.com and click at the top, book an appointment, and it should come up on my booking site. If it does not, oh, excuse me, let me know, and I can actually get you to where you need to be. But yes, I do one-on-one makeup classes. I don't know, I have not done a full class in a long time. It's been probably a year now, or a little bit coming up to a year since I've done a makeup class. So if that's something y'all want to do, makeup classes are a little bit less expensive. They're not as much as a one-on-one. So if y'all want to do a makeup class, y'all let me know. And I can show you how to do that. Thank you, Angel. I can show you how to actually, you know, achieve a look with what you have. That's the thing. I'm going to say this and my phone about to die. You bring me your makeup bag. I can show you how to work what you have with what you have in your makeup bag. So you don't have to go and buy so much stuff. A lot of people get so caught up on products and why they should use them. And people say use this one, but I can show you why you should use it and why you should not, because everything is not made for everybody. So I can show you what would work better for you, what would not, and why you should not use it, and why you should add this or whatever. So this is literally my makeup bag. It's a little dusty, but this is my makeup bag. It looks like a lot, but it's really not. I have 2 foundations, 3 powders, a stick, my concealer palette, and a lot of lipsticks that I don't even use. So, which I need to go back in and clean them out. Or lip glosses. I'm a lip gloss girl. But that's it. This is my makeup bag. I don't have makeup strolled over everywhere at all. And I have one palette, eye palette that I use. That's it. So, that's the extent of my makeup collection. I don't have a whole lot of stuff. So, alright guys, my phone's about to go dead. Thank you, Angel, for posting that link. If y'all have any questions, please send me a message. Or go to the website and see if there's any questions that can be answered by going to the website. Make sure you go and support and purchase your products, because I promise you, if you get on a regular routine with your makeup, with your skincare routine, your makeup can be applied flawless, like mine. I ain't gonna say it is flawless, but like mine. So, all right, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon. All right, bye.